Hey y'all, I'm so excited. This is my good friend, Michelle. Michelle is 23 years old and she's already been featured in articles across the nation, newspapers. She's had massive success. She's a 3-star ambassador with us. The average 3-star ambassador makes $30,000 to $40,000 a month. She's a standout individual. I'm so excited to be able to meet her, and I wanted to ask her some questions. I bet you want to know, like, how did she become so successful at such a young age? And number one, I remember we were talking a little bit before. You seem to read a little bit, so can you kind of tell me what books have you read? What did that do to your mind? And when did you start to make the transition of I'm going to be, instead of just getting by or doing whatever you're going to do, so I'm going to be a massive success?
Well, I can tell you that the first book that I read was none other than our CEO, Ryan Blair's book, Nothing to Lose, Everything to Gain. And, I really just wanted to read that book so I kind of know the backstory of our CEO of the company. And it actually, to my surprise, really inspired me to go out there and build a business. I mean, you look at a guy that came from the bottom, is at the top now, and was, truly an inspiring story of rags to riches. And the next book that I read was The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And John C. Maxwell, hands down, is the best author out there as far as leadership books goes. And after I read that book, it completely expanded my mindset to thinking that, I have no limits. There's no limits with me. And I can take this to the top, but I have to stay self-motivated, I have to stay self-disciplined, and I have to tune out the noise. And I feel like, for the younger generation, for, kids that are under 25 still in college, or maybe college dropouts, we have this mindset that, we're so young, people aren't going to believe us, but that's all up here. It's all up here, and I feel like, if you can really develop yourself into becoming that leader that you can be, developing yourself, developing that mindset really that you're unstoppable. And that's exactly what I did. 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership is definitely the book that you have to read. And I'm working on a book right now called 17 Indisputable Laws of Teamwork, which is amazing. It's a workbook. I've never done a workbook before, but John C. Maxwell for sure.
Awesome, thank you. Now, what about, have you met anybody that you know that you see that don't have big goals? They're kind of just, going around life, not really with any direction. What advice would you give to help them go to the next level?
Well, I can tell you that, obviously developing the mindset and reading those books is going to help you to kind of, really expand your mindset and really think about, what you really want in life. But when it comes down to it, it's really about your why. It's really about your why, because your why is what's going to drive you every single day, and it has to get you emotional. If it doesn't make you cry or get you to the point, where you're in tears, that's not, it's not for you. And you have to dig deeper than, it could be financial, in the beginning, but after you've reached that point, there has to be something else that drives you every single day. And, I can tell you for me, I was a broke college student. I was working in the nightclub. I dropped out of college, so I had to create these goals. I had to create, this bigger vision for myself. And, I went out there, made it happen, and from that, I've just been able to inspire so many people, young kids, to go out there and make it happen. And yesterday, we were in a room with, maybe like 200 kids that were, under 25, and there were 5 of us up there sharing our testimony and sharing, our success with the company and what we've done to build our businesses to a 6-figure income position. So it's really about your why and digging deep and, figuring out really what's your drive in running a business.
Awesome. Now, are you full-time?
I am.
Okay. What time do you generally wake up in the morning? Or do you stay up late and then sleep in a little bit? I know Rachel Jackson does the same thing. In fact, when I get the chance to, I like to do the same thing, but it's not always possible. So what's your typical day like? What time do you wake up? What are your main goals every day, these things that you have to do? Is there any things that you do every day, no matter what, on the routine to have success?
Yeah, well, first of all, I stay up very late. I'm not really a morning person, and, I've definitely had the privilege being an entrepreneur now to really go to sleep whenever I want and wake up whenever I want. But, I stay up late, probably midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, because I have team in Hawaii, which is 6 hours, behind the East Coast time. So, I mean, I could stay up for 24 hours talking to my team, prospecting with people. But I do stay up late, and I wake up probably about 8 or 9 in the morning. And first thing I do is hit the gym. I mean, we promote a challenge. We're all about health. We're all about fitness. So why not first thing in the morning get to the gym, and then afterwards I'll do personal growth. I make it a point every single day to do at least 30 minutes of personal growth, whether it's reading the book that I'm reading right now, or whether it's watching YouTube videos or listening to audios. I make sure that I'm constantly expanding my mindset and learning and growing from people who have grown into extraordinary leaders, whether it's in this industry or whether it's just in a traditional business. So go to the gym in the morning, do personal development, and make sure that I call my leaders and make sure they have their schedule set out for the rest of the day. Then I go into prospecting mode. I'll go out, and I don't like to, even though we run a home-based business, I don't really like working from home because it's kind of boring because I'm just by myself. So I'll go out and I'll work at Disney. I actually have season passes to go to Disney, so why not?
Oh, we're going together. I'm down. I love it.
Yes.
My friend Erin doesn't like it, but that's all right. She's going anyway.
So I'll go work at Disney because, I mean, what better environment to put yourself in when, I mean, you're around so many different people, and, I mean, I've gotten approached so many different times by, people that are working at Disney, and I've gone there for, consecutively, like 3 or 4 days straight, and they ask me, what do you do? They're like, you're young, and you're here, like, every single day with your laptop, like, what do you do? So it's kind of an indirect way of, getting people to ask me what you do. And I don't like working from home because it's boring, to be by yourself all the time, so that's what I do.
That's awesome. And I can't believe that I found somebody else that does that too. Because I had a season pass when I was in Orange County, but I've been on the road since I was in this company. All right, your enthusiasm is amazing. It's contagious, and people love you. Like, I could already see that. Now, did you have that type of enthusiasm before you started in network marketing, or is it something that was developed later?
Honestly, it was something that I developed. The entire person that you see today is nothing even close to what I was, 20 months ago now? 20 months ago when I started the business. I mean, I was very shy. I mean, this right here would be really uncomfortable for me 20 months ago. And speaking in front of 5 people is very uncomfortable for me. And reading books, I hated reading, but I probably read more books in the past 20 months than I have in my entire life. And I've just completely developed as a person, developed as a leader, really gotten out of my comfort zone, and I have come to the conclusion that if I'm constantly putting myself out of my comfort zone purposely, then I'm growing myself. I'm growing myself, and I'm showing my team, the benefits of getting out of your comfort zone, how it's going to help your business grow. But I do believe that people are attracted to energy. People are attracted to enthusiasm. People are attracted to your energy. And Jordan's laugh.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Michelle.
So.
That is awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time. I'd love for people to know how to follow you. Do you want to give your handles out? Twitter, Facebook?
Yeah,
Instagram?
You can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/amb.MichelleChing.
All right, any others?
No, that's all.
Oh, we got to work on that one.
I know. I know Twitter too much.
All right, well, Michelle, I just thank you so much for your time. You're amazing.
Thanks, Jordan.
All right, we're good.